All right, I've got my campsite set up, or my car, I should say, set up so that if it starts raining, I am prepared to just jump in the front seat and wait out the rain. And if it's still raining when I want to go to sleep, I can crawl in the back and go to sleep, and then pull out of here in the morning if it's still raining without getting out of my car. So it looks like it might rain. I've felt a few drops, but at any rate, I'm going to walk around the campground. That might be the extent of my hike at this location. Again, just because I'm still recovering from COVID. I'm getting out of breath easily, and again, my temperature rises pretty easily, and it is absolutely killing me because all I want to do is get out and hike into these little mountains around me and explore the canyon that I'm in. And I mean, it's literally like the ideal campground site. I'm surrounded by tons of things to do, just like I was at the last location in Driggs, Idaho. The place was a wonderland of mountain activities that I couldn't participate in. Well, that's the kind of stuff that's all around me. And actually, this is small compared to what I just drove through for the last 35, 40 miles. Yeah. This is tearing me apart, not being able to get up in there and hike and climb. A light rain coming down with a sunny sky. So just as a frame of reference, my walking stick is 5 feet long. I don't know if this is a redwood. Seems kind of small from what I would think. Maybe it's some kind of a redwood. Look how thick the bark is on that. That bark must be 8 to 10 inches thick. So I get my feet wet in the Montana River, and it feels good. Ooh, refreshing. Well, I just went down and took my shoes off and stood in the river down there. It was really nice. And now I'm just sitting up here waiting for my feet to dry. Got nothing else to do. Good morning, Bitterroot Wilderness of Montana. All right, so I'm on my way out of the Bitterroot Wilderness, just doing my drive out, and I left early because I figured I wanted to stop a few places to get footage, and let me just show you this place. And then the canyon just continues down through there, and I am going to do a little zoom in, and it'll probably be more abrupt than I want it to. So this is another one of those places that I'm here for one day and could have been here for a week. I mean, first time around, it's happened a number of occasions on this trip, where it's the places where I am for one night that I feel like I could have spent a week at. And then the places that I spend 3 nights at, I'm like, man, I'm ready to move on. And then there's the lake right here. But this whole valley is like this. The whole thing. I mean, it's a 40-mile drive in from the main road, and it's been like this. Maybe not a reservoir everywhere, but the Bitterroot River, West Fork Bitterroot River coming through, and it goes all the way down, and it's like this all the way through, and and then just a few miles behind each one of these, this canyon mini mountain range here. On the other side of those, you've got the 10,000 foot mountains, with the jagged peaks and snow on the top. And I mean, astounding. Absolutely astounding. And then these, where I'm at right now is kind of dramatic with the cliffs and everything, but the the valley is broken up where you have these mini mountains, which I've mentioned previously are accessible. Like, it wouldn't be easy, but you can get to the top of these things. They're not major mountains, but they're a challenge that you could do. But like I said, these are really dramatic rock faces, kind of. But then, throughout the rest, it's interspersed where there's some of this, and then there's the mini mountains that have like grassy meadows on them, interspersed with pine trees, and then there's the ones that are just coated with pine trees. And so you get this amazing variety, but all of them are like, you look at them like, wouldn't be easy, but you can get your way up to the top of them. I mean, it's just a endless array of places to explore. All these canyons, cliffs, hilltops, mountaintops, mountaintop meadows, forest. Amazing. All right, well, let me keep moving. Yeah, I'm so happy that on this trip that I kind of purposely took the path less traveled. Yeah, I've been to some national parks, but they're not like the big ones, and I'm so happy I did. I went to the Badlands, but the campsite was a little crowded, but the Badlands themselves, I felt like I had them to myself. But other than that, I've been to national parks, but I've been fortunate enough to have arrived at them right before the busy season, so I had them oftentimes to myself. Smoky Mountains, Shenandoah Mountains, Catskill Mountains. The campsites were 95% empty. And I'm so glad I didn't go to Yellowstone. I'm not going to Yosemite. And, I didn't go to Teton. I went around the back of the Tetons to the Idaho side. And, I'm not going to Glacier. I'm here in the Bitterroot National Forest, and I'm here, and this place is, I've put in over 6,000 miles on this trip. I've seen some amazing places. This place is insanely beautiful. I just don't understand how Glacier or Teton could be that much better. And there's like almost no one out here. It's mid-July. I was on an amazing campsite with only 16 campsites, or a campground with only 16 campsites, and I'd say half of them were empty. It was super laid back. I'm out here, I feel like, there's some people out here, but not that many. You could totally, if you want solitude, you can have it out here. And, the idea that a place like this, that is this beautiful, is still accessible and somewhat empty this time of year when, up the road 100 miles, Glacier Park is probably just crawling with people, just the same way that Teton area was in Jackson. Just a shit show, really. But I'm so happy that I went off the beaten path, because this place is astounding, unbelievable. And I've found other places like it as well along this route, and had it all to myself. And I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything by not going to Yellowstone or Glacier or Yosemite. One day I'll do those in like the off season, but no need to go at peak time. There's so much beauty to be had, and you don't have to have people